Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTBase.com. Welcome to our weekly COT review. Today we're going to be looking at the 14th Commitments of Traders Report of 2021. And as we always do, we will start off by looking at the largest changes in commercials positions. Before I start that review, just a reminder for anybody who is new to COT analysis that here at COTBase.com we offer a lot of very helpful material so you better understand what this report is all about. We also have some useful video format tutorial explanations as well to help you understand how to analyze this wonderful report. So back to the review and starting off with our first market, which will be gold. Of course, we are talking about the legacy COT report, the futures and options data type, and you can see we have commercials on the left side here, large speculators in the middle, and small speculators on the right side. And we shall start with gold. We have a 19% change in commercials positions, the magnitude over there. We are measuring basically that change size based on the last 52 weeks time range. We have a very good tutorial video on that. So this size is larger than average, and it is suggesting some pullback after this 1 week rally that we experienced. So it is a bearish signal suggesting some weakness in the market. The 5 years chart will help us understand the extreme situation. You may see that as we reached those highs in the market and then pulled back, traders shifted their positions accordingly. I might even say that this is in relative terms a bullish extreme. If you compare that to the last 2 years, let's say, we have had greater bearish extremes. So I could imagine a shift in this downwards movement that we've been experiencing for some time now. The last major extreme, this bullish one over here, you can see started this whole trend in the market. I would say it's still in place. The next market that we will analyze is soybeans. Here we have a 16% change in commercials positions. Let's shift to the 1 year's chart. You can see the magnitude over there, much greater than average. We've seen greater changes in the past, and once again we are witnessing a bearish COT change signal. Now moving to the 5 years chart, we're going to see something quite interesting because normally when we have a bearish extreme in the market, and I'm showing you a couple of examples, especially in soybeans market, they tend to be very effective. But you may see and wonder what happened last year, October. We had a very large bearish extreme. One would expect the market to turn downwards, but it actually went much higher. So this is something that we call, and actually let me just show you, if we go back to the on COT typical setups, we have a part here that is the advanced signal, the commercial capitulation. So this talks about this very unique situation that doesn't happen too often in markets, but when it does, basically what happens is commercial participants in the market start getting margin calls and have to liquidate their positions, right? So that's actually fueling the market even further up. So that's something I believe could have happened in the soybeans market. Now, even though that happened, we are still closer to bearish extreme territories, and you can see that the dynamics of the market has changed. We'll see what happens, but it's quite an interesting situation. The next market, once again, a metal, this time silver, with a 13% change in commercials positions. On the 1 year's chart, you can see it over there, a bit larger than average, but I wouldn't necessarily consider this to be such a huge signal. It is bearish, suggesting some weakness. Of course, if gold happens to decline, we should not be surprised to see silver follow. The 5 years chart shows us an extreme that is, I would say, closer to bullish extreme levels. So we had a bearish extreme just before that drop in the market, and as the prices started to stabilize and head higher, of course, we've moved away from those levels. We're not at those very obviously large bullish extremes that I'm just showing to you right now, but nevertheless it supports a continuation of the rally that we've experienced in silver for the past 2 years, I should say, 1.5 year. Moving on to large speculators, COT Extreme and opening euro. Of course, if you are a subscriber to COT Base, you can have a look at our very interesting complex markets and the true US dollar index. But here's euro and the report of, there's a 53 report extreme in large speculators, meaning this extreme level was witnessed in the market roughly a year ago. So we're at those levels right now. But what I would draw your attention to is this bearish extreme that was in the market. We've moved away from those levels, okay? So we're not at that bearish extreme, meaning we could potentially see euro strengthening against the dollar. Oats will be the next market. 44 report extreme, not huge. Really, I wouldn't say there's much to see here, but nevertheless, that's the next market on our list. And here you go. That's Oats. You know, it's not a clear picture, not so exciting. I mean, you can analyze what happened to the market at these obvious extremes in the past. Let them be bullish or bearish. But right now we are moving away from bearish extremes that were present in the market. If you look at that horizontal line, we're more or less in between the two major extremes, the bullish and the bearish. And last but definitely not least, let's open natural gas and have a look at this market where we have a 38 report extreme in large speculators. You can see that we had a bearish COT extreme back in October 2020. We moved away from those levels, but we are definitely not at those significant bullish extremes yet. So we'll see where the market is headed. I appreciate your attention. Of course, these are very brief reviews, but you can definitely look at all the markets and, of course, new COT report types, all the data types that are available, analyze specific data sets that you want. If you're trading one market, let's say you're trading corn for that matter, you just go over here on the left side and you have everything with regard to corn. Very, very useful page. Once again, thank you so much for being with me in this review. I hope you will have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Goodbye.